What does the OCC approving use of stablecoin really mean? Well, in the first part of this short class, we discussed the eerie similarities to what has happened in the payments in 1973 and what is happening now. Are you ready to focus on what is happening now? Then stay tuned. So what has happened with the OCC and stablecoin? Well, on January 4th, 2021, the OCC, that is the Office of the Comptroller of Currency, the agency that charters, regulates, supervises all national banks and federal savings associations, as well as federal branches and agencies of foreign banks. Yeah, they're pretty big people, pretty important in the industry. Well, they published an interpretive letter addressing whether national banks and federal savings associations could participate in independent node verification networks. Independent node verification networks are also known as INVNs. They could also be referred to as blockchain networks. So this means that they now can use stablecoin, right? Let's keep going. The letter said these financial institutions can participate as nodes on a blockchain and store or validate payments. Well, wait a minute. Before we go any further, Professor, do you think you could tell us what stablecoin is? Well, what is stablecoin? Let's go to the definition according to the OCC's interpretive letter. A stablecoin is a type of cryptocurrency that is designed to have a stable value as compared with other types of cryptocurrency, hence the name stable, right? Some stablecoins are backed by a fiat currency, like the US dollar. Fiat-backed stablecoin can typically be exchanged for the underlying fiat currency, where 1 unit of the stablecoin can be exchanged for 1 unit of the underlying fiat currency. In this regard, the stablecoin represents a mechanism for storing, transferring, transmitting, and exchanging that underlying fiat currency value, all of which are keys to facilitate payment activities. One example of stablecoin as a mechanism to facilitate payment activities is the payment of remittances, which happens a lot and is involved with cross-border transfers of money. Now, does this mean that all banks must now accept and start using digital currency and stablecoins? No, absolutely not. It will be totally optional, and those that do, well, they're probably going to be subject to a lot more scrutiny during audits because it's new. And the OCC did say, or should really put it as the OCC warned, that any banks that do participate in an INVN must be aware of the operational compliance or fraud risk when doing so. So how about a couple of quotes from, guess who? The acting comptroller of the currency, Brian Brooks. Now he says, the President's Working Group on the Financial Marketers recently articulated a strong framework for ushering in an era of stablecoin-based financial infrastructure, identifying important risks while also allowing those risks to be managed in a technology-agnostic way. Our letter removes any legal uncertainty about the authority of banks to connect to blockchains as validator nodes and thereby transact stablecoin payments on behalf of customers who are increasingly demanding the speed, efficiency, interoperability, and low costs associated with these products. Right, Brian Brooks also said in a statement that while other nations have built real-time payment systems, the US has relied on the private sector to create such technologies, seemingly endorsing the use of cryptocurrencies, right? Specifically, stablecoins as an alternative to other real-time payment systems. We got a lot coming. Hold on with me, all right? This is not Mr. Brooks's first dive into the cryptocurrency world. He has overseen the publication of 2 other interpretive letters and a few other crypto-friendly moves during his time of overseeing the agency, including a letter telling federal banks they can provide services to stablecoin issuers and store reserves for stablecoin. Sounds very promising, doesn't it? Does this mean we're all going to see digital currencies in all of our financial institutions soon? Well, let me just say there's a catch. there may be a few things that are just going to complicate things, and this is going to be in the next video of the series. Yeah, you're going to have to check out the next video. If you have missed a previous video or you want to make sure you don't miss that next video coming out, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. And if there's a topic you'd like to have addressed, like this one was actually submitted by a follower, Aaron Olson, no relation to the professor. He put it as a comment and sent an email. And if you want to get something out there as a video made, email kevin@paymentsprofessor.com and I'll be glad to get that done for you. If you want full courses, you can go to the paymentsprofessor.com website. For now though, class dismissed.